everybody. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. It's Cinco de Mayo, so happy that, and Sunday to you all, and thanks for being here. So, first a thought. For anyone who's out there joining us, be sure to say something in the chat so I know you're here. We get to everybody in order, so say something. And the first time there's no charge for readings, but going forward after that, it's $10 per card, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month. And that's normally 3 times per week, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. So, that being said, tonight's title, Hermit, it's all about this journey inward. I don't have much to say with that, but, well, I feel like it's an important journey for us all to go on. So, good luck in that quest, and know we're here to support you however we can. So, thanks for listening. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Hey, happy Sunday, May 5th, and great blessings to you. So I light this incense for you to really enjoy your hermit time. The group card, can we pull up the group card?
Yeah.
Yeah, the group card, it's titled Hermit, but this is a Mayan death mask because it symbolizes the hermit. And what that symbolizes is shutting out distractions when you're on a spiritual journey. And the balance is we're physical beings, but we're here to have a spiritual journey. And so it's cutting out the distractions more of the physical and what can pull us off a spiritual path and move more into that awareness. That's the benefit of the hermit. Also, a lot of people go, well, why am I working? Why am I making money? Why do I need to make money? Well, it supports your physical health. It supports you have a place to live. You have food to eat. You take care of your body. But also the money can be used for spiritual benefits. Because the body is a temple for the spirit. And so the more you can increase your money, the more you increase your health, and you do things for your health, you do things for money, the more you can increase that house of spirit. So that's the benefit of the Hermit card, to really take time and to really enjoy solitude, because this card is to help you use solitude, which is being able to experience quieting the mind and experiencing spirit, helping to revitalize the body so that the body can house that spirit and use it to its potential, and also for illumination. So enjoying your solitude for illumination, revitalization, and just experiencing, knowing that it's not all this, oh, I got an aha at 8 o'clock. Oh my God, I got another aha at 9. I got another aha at 10 o'clock. No. Sometimes you get an aha once a month, and it takes you some time to process that. That's how the body works, because you're expanding the body. You're expanding its capacity, the brain, the mind, the heart, the solar plexus, the power centers, to hold more spirit. So that's the thought behind tonight. And so I wanted to send you a lot of blessings to really enjoy, or take time every day just simply for yourself. In meditation, do meditation. It doesn't mean to sit in front of your TV, but there's no wrongness here. But it's a matter of being able to tune in to that spirit. there was an expression I wanted to share with you. Let me find it in my notes here. Yeah, work on becoming complete by uniting the highest states of attainment in the material and spiritual realms. So this is why the health is important. The healing hands that are in this card, the harvest is important, because that takes care of the body, which serves as a temple for that spirit. Finish your projects. If you're working on a project, finish it so you're not diverted or distracted. So that's important to do. Seek material security so that you can go inward to the temple, what they call the cave, which is in the card, to gain self-knowledge and to live in union with the divine. And sometimes we don't realize I'll give you a couple of examples. I did a reading for a new client yesterday, and the first card that came up was confusion. Beautiful, beautiful young girl. And she immediately kind of started tearing up, because that was why she was having the reading, is she was experiencing this confusion. But then her father came through, and he was telling her that it was his turn to hand her the water. Now, I had no idea what that meant, but she started crying. Her dad was a star athlete, so he would run all the marathons, and she would always be in the crowds handing him bottles of water as he ran. And that helped alleviate the confusion of the loss, because she'd been grieving the loss for a couple of years now. So the spiritual work is really important, and all of you, I'm really proud of all of you, because you've put that work really first, and how it is that you can help people. I had another really odd experience. I was at a store, and the guy that was helping me, I went, what's your time? What's the deal with Scotland? He's like, well, I went to college in Scotland. Okay. You've been stabbed. You've been killed several times in Scotland. And I said, you've been run through on your left side more times than not. And he's like, and I showed him where I was seeing where this wound was, that was evident. And he said, I've broken my ribs like 5 times on that side, and I've had major complications with colon. I said, well, it has to do with 1601 Scotland, a war in 1601 Scotland. And you guys, I had no idea. Sometimes I question my own sanity, right? I'm like, what? He calls me later and he goes, dude, he's like, there was this war in Scotland in 1601 between these two clans. And he told me the whole story. But my point of telling you this story is, pay attention to those things in your life. You know, if you've injured your ribs 5 times in a row over a period of years, but he was extremely distracted by his business, but there wasn't very much balance into really taking a look at what was causing this or what was being repeated. So that's why I love this Hermit card, is quieting the mind and going, okay, universe, show me what this is. Okay, Marilyn, you're on first. Now, if you're new to the show, you know what I do is I just shuffle through the cards, and whatever card falls out is your highest priority. We're all on this learning here on this earth. We're in this learning mode, Marilyn. So you were a nurse for 30 years. When you started out as a nurse, you probably came across situations that you had not experienced or was not taught in school. So then you relied on someone that had been a nurse longer or had more experience. And that's with all of us, especially if we're starting in a new field of any kind. We don't pretend to know. But this is an indication, this card for you, Marilyn, and it's also for Abby and Marilyn here, Tiffany. So you've been around long enough, you've had enough spiritual experiences, you've devoted your time to spiritual growth. It's trusting your own instincts, because sometimes advisors are not around at the moment that you need that. You need to do what needs to be done, and you kind of naturally know it. This is honoring you, Marilyn. This is the Empress card. So it's giving yourself a little bit more credit for trusting your gut and trusting your instincts and trusting spirit. You've worked really hard the past couple of years to reconnect, to cut off all those distractions from your family and really focus on you. This is kind of a kudos card, like kudos, good to you, Marilyn. So they're this is like a promotion card. I don't know if there's such a thing in the spiritual world, but it is. It's kind of like a promotion card where things will be given you or people will be put in your path for you to be their teacher. So step up into that. Step up into that authority. It's clear cut authority. Be more authoritative. Really important. Okay, Austin. So, negativity, actually, two cards fell out. Negativity, and then the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is the knower, but they're not beyond still seeking knowledge. The minute that you think you know it all, forget it, right? So when we have negative situations in our lives, go, wait a minute, what am I doing to create this? Or why am I calling this into my field? It's first of all taking the responsibility to go, you know what, there's something here, I want to clear this. I absolutely want to clear it. And that's where you turn into the Hierophant, the knower. And that it's okay to go ask for help and to clear the energies, the negativity off of you. Some people, I'm not saying this about you, Austin, but some people can be trained to be negative. It's where they immediately go. It's that part of their brain, the reptilian brain, that kind of feeds on fear. Because fear is what, through centuries, cavemen live in fear. You look 5 or 6 times before you leave the cave, right? You look for the Tyrannosaurus Rex or the saber-toothed tiger. So it's natural. But this is where any projections of fear or negativity on you, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that now? And I want to remind everyone, part of these readings, as you know, it isn't just about the knowledge, but these are like mini healing sessions. So this is about helping you, if you choose to remove that negativity or any negativity that you've learned and move it out and away from you. And then you're kind of needing to get away for a few days. Or even if you're thinking about relocating, to relocate. It's not saying that your family is bad or wrong. It's just they're vibrating at a different frequency than you are. And anytime you go in there, you can actually feel it. And you can walk away feeling like there may be something wrong with you, but there isn't. Okay, you're just picking up these negative vibrations. So this is you moving on into a greater spiritual awareness. And sometimes you just need a break. Okay. All right, Dinah, here we go. Breakthrough. So, John, who's on the show, I don't think he's not on tonight, is he? I think he went up. I think John went up to the Salt River, and he got up at 5 o'clock this morning. And he's a professional photographer, so he took these pictures of the wild horses up at Salt River, and he's got several of them. They're just really, really amazing animals. So he went and bought a new camera. But this is the breakthrough card, Diane. It's getting out of your old way of thinking, old way of being. And even for you to just even take a road trip up to the Salt River, even to see these wild horses. It's kind of like Austin's card, where you're actually needing to create the breakthrough by changing locations a little bit. So something's going to be coming where in the next week or two, whether it's going back up to Idaho for a little bit or whatever it is, even going out to the Salt River, it doesn't have to be a week long. It could be just even an afternoon. It will be hugely helpful for you. And then really important for you to smell orange. Orange, lemon, clementine. There's something with the odor of orange that is a natural release of endorphins that actually help lift your spirits. So even an orange peel, like even if you buy oranges, if you don't have orange essential oil, you can actually just even smell the orange, or keep orange by your bed, or keep an orange potpourri. There's something with orange that's really important. Okay, my dear Abby and Marilyn. And Tiffany, that has to go. That I'm gonna add that to you as well. With the color orange or the smell of orange, like even getting a diffuser with orange essential oils, yeah, will help you tremendously. And so, Abby, I know we've talked about this before. Let me put it this way. It's so think of it as calling somebody to pick you up to go somewhere, and then they arrive, and you're already in your car. You decided to drive yourself. It's trusting your first instinct. It's like being free of questioning your gut, because your head is saying, listen, I'm in charge here, and your gut's like, no, I believe in this case I'm in charge. It's getting out of your head and then really trusting your gut, and trusting that more and more. And are you willing? I'm always and forever free of acquiescing to other people's knowingness. Or I fully trust my knowingness. That's even better. I fully trust my knowingness. So that anywhere where you're like battling or trying to decide or make a decision or try to help somebody, get it out of your head. Trust your gut. Be free of calling for a ride and then driving your own car at the same time. Did I explain that okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because you've got a really good gut, Abby. Like, you do know things. Are you willing to give yourself a little more credit for what you know and what you feel? And then if you're feeling upset, go, wait a minute, where is this coming from? And then identify what you're sensitive and what energy you're sensitive to, and go, wait a minute, that's not mine. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Okay. All right, my dear Marilyn. Well, that card flew out. So, Marilyn, you're one of the most brave people I've ever met. Courageous, strong, And one of the things I would encourage you to write about is helping people overcome fear. So maybe when your kids were little, right? So when Kenan was little, I've told you this before, he was afraid of the street sweeper. And we just thought, we go, that is so funny, right? But it wasn't funny to him. And so we would show him street sweepers and go, hey, this is their job. They clean the streets. They're not going to come get you. Showed him where it's at. And then we took steps to help alleviate his fear. That's one example. Your forte, and this is why it's important for you to record things or write them down. And when you're speaking or doing more speaking, or when you're heading up a group, think about this. Maybe getting business cards that say, Marilyn Maddox, professional rug beater. You know how people sweep stuff under their rug? Gone with the Wind. Scarlett O'Hara is running through. She goes, rat, rat, and her thing was, I'll think about it tomorrow. You help people think about it today. You help people think about it now. You're a rug beater. In other words, you help expose their fears in a very kind and loving manner. This is what you're moving into. This is one of your fortes, is to speak directly to people according to their fears. Very important. And you have an ability to go really deep with people. Not just surface stuff, but I mean really deep. That's why I love this card. It's called the Fear card, Marilyn. It's the depths of people's fear. But letting them know they're safe. That is the most important thing. When you're talking to someone, look them in the right eye and just say, you're safe. You're safe, you're safe. Or you can even look them in the right eye and just be even thinking that. Because the right eye goes back to the occipital lobe directly, which is the fight or flight. So it's when I say about, you really should write a book, that sounds like a lot. But you could write a paragraph, and you could do pamphlets, right? You could do booklets. Start there. Abby, you're an incredible designer. You can help her do this. You can cooperate on this. This is something important to do. Okay. All right, Tiffany, here we go. Chaos always precedes growth, Tiffany. When things feel like they're kind of falling apart, or there's turmoil, there's a little bit of chaos, that's always going to precede growth. There's always a learning behind that. So any perceived setback that people around you may be experiencing in any way, shape, or form, remind them. Those things happen before major growth. Just stay steady. Things are going to work out. They're going to be fine. So I'm going to go back to like Marilyn and Abby, Marilyn Pitts and then Abby, about you're really smart, but if you can, on Amazon or Etsy, can you order green opal? Green opal. Green opal will help you connect with the heart and mind. It can be a stone, it can be a piece of jewelry, but it's green opal. Can you grab a piece over there, Kenan, for me? I want to show you what green opal looks like so that you get an idea of it. But it's one of the main stones to help connect the third eye and the mind with the heart, so that you really know you have this forevision of seeing things through. Yeah, this is what green opal looks like. It's really beautiful. But you can order pieces on Etsy, I think. I'm not really, yeah, I think that's where I order it. But yeah, this is a great stone for you, especially, and will help you through these kind of so-called setbacks, but they're not really. I call them jump forwards, because anytime you experience a setback, it's a jump forward. Okay. All right, we've got Jeff and Laura. Okay. All right. Well, let me jump to Jared first, and give me just a second here. Jeff had a window.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, Jeff, you are here. Okay, good evening, Jeff. All right, just in time. Perfect timing. So, Jeff, this is the Fool card. This is the new beginnings for you. You know, any of us that have had kids, you can be really excited and, you know, be with the pregnancy, but it is absolutely does not. You can read every book on having kids. You can go to Lamaze classes, parenting classes. Nothing prepares you for this kid. So it's not a kid. I'm not saying that, Jeff, but it is. Okay. So it is a matter of, for you, Jeff, being able to trust that this new thing that's coming down for you, there's no way you can really prepare for it. It's going to be brand new, a new start, but it's going to fit perfectly, like a tailor-made suit. So you're going to actually need to get some really good suits, like high-end, because you're going to be moving up, and whatever this new beginning is matching your dress with where you're moving to, and any way, shape, or form that you're feeling unprepared for it, cancel, clear, delete, destroy all of that. Okay? Because there's this new opportunity that is really going to be very profound for you. Okay? All right. So if you need 10 minutes, Jeff, let us know when you're back on again. And then we'll move. Let's jump to Jared and Kat. And then Lana, we've got on. All right, Jared. Um, beach time. So if you get a nanny, if you get somebody to watch the kids, you expect them to watch the kids. You call, you check in, they feed them, they put them to bed, they get them ready for school, they take care of them. You expect that. This is taking some downtime and letting a babysitter watch the kids. And I'm using this now as a correlation. You're needing some downtime to let your spiritual nannies, your spiritual guides, your spiritual angels take care of what needs to be taken care of. It's falling into place. But it's important to tell them when the kids go to bed, what they eat, what they don't eat, what they're allergic to. But once you do that, you trust that it's going to be taken care of. So you lay out to spirit, you lay out to angels, God, guides, whatever you want to call them, what it is you want, how you want it, and you go this or something better, and then let them take care of it while you go regenerate. Because this is you taking better care of your body, better care of your mind, because you're doing this for a spiritual reason. You're growing your business, you're growing your clientele with your practice, in order to facilitate greater house for spirit. So you're taking care of body and wealth so that you have more room spiritually to grow spiritually. That's what we're all here for. We're here to experience Earth and to allow us to grow so that when we do graduate, we graduate with honors. Okay. All right. Jeff's back? Okay. All right. So Jeff, we pulled a card for you, which was the Fool card, New Beginnings. It's going to involve getting some new suits, like getting some like custom-made suits where they fit like a glove and you feel extremely good in them. You're needing to invest in some new clothes because that's where this is taking you, this new opportunity, and where you're not so distracted with other opportunities. Okay, all right, Laura, thanks for being here. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. Okay, you actually got two cards. The first card is the Seer card. So universe, what is it that I'm unwilling to see that I'm willing to see now? And you've got some acknowledgement. This is the Tower card. The Tower card is where things seem to be falling apart. Well, they actually are falling apart for you. But they have to fall apart in order to reconstruct. So this is a little bit stronger card than the Setback card. This is the a major reconstruction of, it's like divorce, major career change. It's the Tower. It's where things completely fall apart, and they have to in order to reconstruct. It's just the nature of things. When you go into the forest, there are trees that are falling over, they've died, but then that helps the forest grow even further. But then you've got this Seer card, and you may not see why you're going through or experiencing what you're experiencing right now, but you will. Trust that seership. And then be willing and open to ask for advice. We've said this many times on the show before. If you go out for spaghetti dinner, you would want your date or somebody to tell you have spaghetti sauce on your face, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want to. We wouldn't want to walk around the rest of the evening with spaghetti sauce on your face or a piece of lettuce between your teeth. You would want somebody to tell you. So a seer is also open to ask what other people are seeing. What are you seeing here? And then you can take that or leave that. But it's important to ask for advice and to be, any of us, to be free of pretending that we know all the answers. But they will show up. But just honor this time of the tower. It's going to pass. This is a falling away that needs to fall away, a deconstruction in order for a new construction to come up. All right, Kat, here we go. So, Kat, you have the inventor card. Really important, Kat. You can sit at your desk 8 to 10 hours a day trying to figure a problem out. And simply walking away for a few minutes, you can come back and go, boom, I got the answer. I've told you the story about the sewing machine. Let me reiterate it. This will help understand. For centuries, right, the eye of the needle was in the top of the needle. So people would always thread the needle through the top of the needle. The guy that was inventing the sewing machine couldn't figure out how to get the sewing machine to work with that eye of the needle at the top of the needle. So he fell asleep in front of his fire, and he dreamed that he was having these natives chase him, right? And when they would throw the spears, he saw that there was a hole in the middle of the spear. And that's why, to this day, sewing machines have holes in the middle of the needle. So the answer came to him when he was in a relaxed state. When you worry, or when you send energy to things that aren't seemingly working out, it creates more things to seemingly not work out. It creates more things to worry about. Take a break. Go, universe, how else can I look at this? How else can this happen? Show it to me now. Show it to me now. And then just go about your business. Make dinner. Watch a movie. Go for a walk. Go on vacation. This is how true invention comes. Einstein came up with the theory of relativity with his imagination. He was just sitting back, relaxed, just imagining, and it came about. It's when the mind is relaxed that things and ideas come. It's like the yeah. It's like trying to break through really hard clay, as opposed to clay that is moistened and a lot of water turns to mud. You can break right through it or dig it out. That's what this is like. It's like softening the mind, relaxing the mind, and then these the water of spirit can penetrate through. Okay, that's really good, Kat. All right, my dear Lanny, thanks for being on tonight. Star. All right. So I have this app on my phone, Lana. I forget what it's. It's called. I have to look it up. Anyway, it's a sky app. So you point this app at the sky, and it tells you where the stars are, or what the names of the stars are, or where the constellations are. Okay. Yeah, it's called Star Walk. Star Walk is the app. Anyway, my point of telling you this is the star card. Well, you can use this app even when it's cloudy. The app will still let you see the stars beyond the clouds. Like, it's not going to pick up clouds. So, universe, God, show me now what it is that I'm not. Show me what's behind the clouds. It's knowing that the stars are always there. In other words, the stars symbolize guidance, or knowing what to do or where to go. The clouds are going to clear here for you. And this has to do with your spiritual work, your insight, like what we've talked about before with the research with this family and this house that you've been doing. But there's more to come with that. So it's just, and sometimes during a reading, Lana, I will tell people, I don't know what this is. Give me a couple days, I'll call you back. I have to go over it. I have to it's not clear right now. I don't know exactly what this is. It's okay to do that. And then after a while, the fog clears, and you know exactly what it is. So this is your insight. This is the star card. This is like the Divine Mother. This is the, in Christianity you would call her like Mary, the mother of Jesus. Like, who are you not to be? Who are any of us not to be vessels of the divine? Who are any of us not to be vessels of the divine? And Mary, this woman that lived in Israel 2,000 years ago, who was she to be the mother of Christ? Well, who wasn't she to be? Why not? This is accepting our own divinity. This is accepting our own connection, and a clear connection. So this is, and thank you, Lana, for being the last on the show, because this is all for all of you in the divine connection, this divine guidance, the divine knowingness will be much more clear, like a pure, clear, starry night. All right, let's do this again tomorrow night. Love you all. Text me, email me if you have any questions. I'd love your observations, and we'll do this again tomorrow. Good night.